What's up, guys? So I got a response from my buddy James, who finally started his own YouTube channel. He did a topic which was like hidden gems within bands' discography, which, if you know bands, a lot of them have albums that seem to get ignored, so you could say this is honestly kind of a part two to my like underrated classics video, but a lot of these are from the 2000s, so it feels kind of weird to call them classics, but you get the point. So first, we were listening to, I've been getting into the Chilean thrash scene recently, so we are listening to the first Hellish record, Grimoire. So kind of on the more blackened style, so like Holocausto from Brazil, or like the first Sodom EP in full length is definitely what this sounds like a lot. So a lot raw production than what they would have afterwards, but yeah, it's definitely in that super awesome, fast, evil vein. So they're definitely, I'm not gonna say they're one of the bigger bands in the Chilean scene, but I feel like they're definitely one of the better ones. So yeah, check that out. So Hellish Grimoire. And obviously a link to James's video will be down in the description. So check that shit out, more importantly than this, I guess, but oh well. So first up is definitely going to be an odd choice, but I love this record, and this band never gets mentioned after their first three. So this is Artillery with Legions. So this came out in 2013. Honestly, hot take, this might be my favorite Artillery record. I mean, I know some people say this is like power metal, all the thrash is gone, which I don't get that comparison at all. It's extremely thrashy. I think people say that because they're like more traditional metal vocals, so it's like, I still think fast and aggressive thrash, but with more like traditional heavy metal vocals opposed to like you like gruffer vocals or whatever. But Artillery never had like more extreme vocals, so it's kind of odd to say that, but you get the point. But anyway, I guess this came out in 2013 on Metal Blade, so they were definitely most well known, I would say, for this record by Inheritance from 1990, but that record's awesome too, but give this one a listen. Definitely one of the best of the whole discography in my opinion. So listen to the second song, Godfather, or the title track. Those are definitely two favorites, but the whole record's awesome. So yep, there you go. Artillery, Legions, great, super underrated record. This is this band's debut, but they seem to get the most attention for the following two. So this is Druk with Forgotten Legends. Their debut record from like 2003, I think. It says recorded in summer of 2002, so I'm assuming it came out in 03. When people mention Druk, they seem to say like Autumn Eternal or Blood No Wells get the most mention, but I honestly like this better than those two. This is definitely one of my favorites in their entire discography. So, though besides the instrumental record, I don't think Druk have a bad record, but this and Blood My Wells and Autumn are definitely their best three, but this one I don't think gets enough mention opposed to the rest of the discography, but oh well. This is a Season of Mist, Season of Mist Underground Activist reissue, so yep. I ordered the new one from Season of Mist a few days ago, so definitely looking forward to that. I ordered the new Havakunu at the same time, so definitely looking forward to getting both of those. But yep, Drew Forgotten Legends, awesome, underrated debut, I think, but you may disagree. But there you go, check it out. So, Druk. Alrighty, this is definitely going to be another kind of odd choice, but oh well. This is Incantation with the Infernal Storm. So this is the one that followed Diabolical Summoning. Diabolical Summoning. I always get that and the Sinister confused, but honestly, one of my favorite records by them. Though the production's not the best, it's kind of like thin sounding opposed to what they did before this, so I can kind of see why it gets ignored, but I still think the songs are great though, like Anoint the Chosen, Impetuous Rays, Lustful Demise, Heaven Departed, Nocturnal Kingdom of Demonic Enlightenment. Killer record, this is from 2000 and, just 2000. I almost included Blasphemy, but this record's a little bit better. The Blasphemy is super underrated too, but honestly, after that record, they got kind of boring for a while, but Dirges of Elysium was a good return to form, but yeah. Incantation, then Infernal Storm, great record. Don't ignore this one just because it came out after arguably one of the most popular ones, but that one is still my favorite. This one's killer too though, so don't ignore that. So there you go. Incantation, the Infernal Storm. So this is a prime example of a record that I think it's ignored because it has bad cover art, and the follow-up that's way better artwork that gets more praise. I think is actually a less good record. So Iron Maiden, Dance of Death. So Matter of Life and Death has that awesome cover art with the tank, and this is very like early 2000s CGI, which is pretty horrible. But I think this record is super underrated. Definitely, in my opinion, the most overlooked album of the 2000s. So when it comes to the 2000s Maiden, it's definitely Brave New World. Honestly, Book of Souls is my second favorite, and then this one. So definitely one of their better records from when they got back together. I mean, Wildest Dreams, Rainmaker, No More Lies, New Frontier, Age of Innocence, Journeyman, Face in the Sand. Bunch of awesome songs in here that nobody ever mentions for some reason, but oh well. But I get it though. If this had better cover art, I think it would get more praise. But don't let the very not good CGI artwork deter you from checking this out though. But anyway, I like it, but oh well. So there you go. Iron Maiden, Dance of Death. So this one might be a controversial one because you can argue this is like a classic record, but when I see people rank this band's like top 5 favorite albums by this band, they don't really seem to mention this one. This is also my second favorite, which is probably going to be an unpopular opinion, but oh well. So this is Running Wild with Pile of Skulls. So this came out in I forget the year. I think it was 1990 or 92, so I believe this is the one that came out after Death or Glory. This was the follow-up to that, maybe, which is definitely one of their most, like, beloved records. That's my number one. Also, this is my number two behind that record. I mean, it's worth it for Treasure Island alone. That's definitely the best song on here. And that and Fistful of Dynamite. I mean, that chorus, I'm like a fistful of dynamite, you're ready to explode. Awesome shit, but yeah. Treasure Island, definitely one of the best, like, ending epic songs to any of their albums, but yeah. Then Chamber of Lies, Black Wings of Death, Whirlwind, Sinister Eyes. Those whole albums are awesome. Definitely of their, like, classic era, I think by far the most overlooked in my opinion, but like I said, my second favorite behind Death and Glory, but yeah. If that didn't exist, this would definitely be my number one, but yeah. Killer record, definitely should not ignore this because it was not from the 80s, but oh well. So there you go. Running Wild, Pile of Skulls. And I think I screwed up because I think Black Hand Inn was after Death of Glory, but I get the chronologically order of this and Death of... I get the chronological order of this and Black Hand Inn confused sometimes, so I don't remember which is which, but you get the point. Here's definitely a pretty underrated one, I think. I get it though, because thrash was kind of dead in 1994, so no one didn't really talk about thrash in that period, so I can kind of get why it's like overlooked. So this is Sodom with Get What You Deserve. So definitely I would say Tap in the Vein is like hails it as their most fast record, but honestly, this has, I would say, probably their fastest song ever, which is, what is it? Jesus Screamer. It's like 1 minute 11 seconds. It's like the only Sodom song that has a blast beat in it, but it's not like death metal blast beats. Almost like how the first Cryptic Slaughter used blast beats, like the 80s style, that type of blast beat, opposed to like the super crazy, chaotic later blast beat, but you know what I mean. So yeah. Besides that, favorite songs on here: the title track, Jabba the Hutt. I can't read this crap because they use a horrible font color choice, but you get the points. But definitely Jesus Screamer, Jabba the Hutt, and the title track are definitely the 3 favorites. Though I will say, on this record, this is definitely a case where you have to actually own the CD to be able to appreciate it. Listening to it online, the production is pretty horrible, but it sounds a lot better if you have a good system though. So, like, turn up the bass and turn down the treble, and it sounds a lot better than just hearing it on headphones, but oh well. Sodom, Get What You Deserve. The last 2, then we're done. I know this is going to be a quick video, but oh well. So this is my favorite record by this band after the first 3. Yeah, after the first 3. So Dismember, The God That Never Was. This came out in 2006, I think. Because I know Iron Cross's Grow was 2003, I think, and the subtitle was 2008, so I think this is 2006, but yeah. Definitely, I would say their last three, they got a little bit more melodic. I wouldn't say like gothic blues style melodic, but you get the point. So yeah. Favorites on here: the title track, Shadows of the Mutilated, Autopsy, Never Forgive, Never Forget, Never Forgive, Trial of the Dead. But yep, definitely if you've slept on them, you think after like post Massive Killing Capacity isn't worth checking out. This is definitely my like third or fourth favorite in the entire discography. So definitely one of the best, and one of the best artworks too. I love that design. But yeah, I've shown this in the box set video, so no point in me showing the entire thing again. But oh well, you get the point. So there you go. Just remember the God that never was. The last one for this video. This was honestly one of the first records I thought of because nobody ever mentioned this album when people talk about this band for whatever reason. So this is Vader with the Beast. So this came out in 2004. So I believe this was the last album that had Docs. I know he didn't play on Impressions in Blood because he already passed away, and that was 2006, and he died in 2005. So I believe this is the last one with him. I'm assuming because that would make the most sense. But yeah. Definitely, I would say this is a little bit slower for them. Like this and the previous one were like not as fast as like Litany de Profundis or Back to the Blind, but maybe because the House of Doc's health was kind of not the best at the point. But oh well. Favorites on here: The Sea Came in a Last, I Shall Prevail, The Zone, Dark Transmissions, Out of the Deep. Killer record. Let me show you the packaging. I guess there's that. Not a very good cover. It looks almost like an industrial album, but luckily it's not, obviously. Then the back. Back on Black reissue from Metal Blade and Back on Black 2009 is when this pressing came out. See down here. Nope, different drummer. That ain't Doc. So maybe he was already too screwed up to play in this album. Nice silver. So yeah, man, definitely a pretty underrated Vader record. Though was it as good as like Litany or Back to the Blind or Deep Profundis or Impressions in Blood? No, but it's still a really solid record. I think deserves more attention in their discography. So there you go, Vader the Beast. Alrighty, we're done. Kind of a short video, but that was the point. I didn't want to keep this overly long, so thanks for watching. Obviously, sub to James is the most important part, I guess. So, thanks for watching. I'll have a more original video next time, I guess. But I already have it planned, but I don't want to spoil anything. So, you'll have to see when I do that. So, anyway, take care. Peace out. Hails.